Coming to you live from the palatial studios of PBJ Productions. Welcome to Patrick and BJ Talk Real Estate, where we talk about life, the universe, and everything as it relates to real estate. Hey everybody, it's BJ.
And Patrick.
And we're back talking all things real estate. Thank you for joining us. And want to thank all of our subscribers. We are over 100 subscribers, and our next goal is to go over 200 subscribers. So thank you for those of you that have subscribed, and just want to encourage you, if you're watching and you haven't, please take a minute and subscribe. We are putting out 2 or 3 videos every week, and so that way you won't miss anything that comes out. And if there's something that you think that is of real value to somebody, please send it off to them and let them know about it also.
Yeah, thank you very much for all your support. And I want to jump right into it.
Okay.
In the last video, we talked about the number one place to retire in Canada is Victoria, according to this website. And I'm sure many can argue that there might be other beautiful places in Canada to do so. But I guess they've measured whatever stats that they measure that Canada is that place. Now, as you're approaching your golden years, and you might be thinking, well, what kind of real estate is appropriate for your retirement, for your golden years? So in this video, I want to talk about 10 reasons why you should consider an age-restricted building or community.
Okay.
Now, we talked about a little bit about age, 55 plus condos.
Yeah.
And I think we kind of addressed it in a generic version, not the ones that are part of like a golf community or waterfront or in like a signature building in like in Oak Bay or something.
Sure.
So, those are the outliers where they're a little bit more special, right? There's ranges for everything. There's affordable 55 plus. There's more services in some, and then there's premium ones. Okay, so I just wanted to throw that out. So, as you're entering into your new chapter in life, where you choose to live can significantly impact your quality of life.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that's why I wanted to talk about age-restricted buildings.
Sure.
So now I forgot. I put my list on my phone over here. I didn't write it all down, all my notes. So bear with me. So the number one reason to consider is a community connection.
Okay, yeah, because you have a lot of people that are in the same situation.
Exactly.
And you're going to make connections based on a lot of similar, likes, experiences, history, that kind of thing as well.
Yeah, and from experience selling 55 plus buildings in the past, my clients would be telling me like how much they know their neighbors. Mm-hmm. Now, not everybody gets along. The one person that's really annoying, or the one person that like pokes their nose in everybody's business. But generally,
well, that can happen in any building.
That could happen in any building,
or community, any neighborhood.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
So, but it's like a similar age that you can relate to people that are the same age as you or similar age.
Yeah.
So also with number 2, an age-restricted community or building, it's a peaceful atmosphere.
In theory.
Well,
They could be like an old rock and roll band, and they could just be letting her rip on a Friday night, right? Bring out all the old gear and start wailing on those Marshalls and.
Yeah, I could turn down my hearing aid and we're good to go, right? Like, no, like I'm being silly about that, but a lot of the times.
I'm being a little facetious, but think about this: the seniors, a lot of them, like they were the trendsetters, the rock and rollers from the 60s and 70s, and if we're talking 55 and over, you're heading for the 80s now, and that was. Those were.
I liked heavy metal in the 80s.
Those were rock and roll years, right?
Exactly. But I think the point is not having like young kids running around
I understand.
screaming.
I'm just
I think we mentioned it before. Like the walls aren't always like soundproof as possible, and having newborns, like it's just gonna be louder, right?
Yeah. No, I'm I think we're both being a little tongue in cheek and facetious here, but
Never.
certainly there.
Never.
Yeah.
We're never like that, right? We don't make any jokes.
Yeah.
Sarcasm
No.
never happens.
No.
But then, so I think that's pretty self-explanatory,
Sure,
right?
yeah.
And then you wouldn't. It's the same thing. Like even if it's inside, it's not outside in the yard. If kids visit, grandkids visit, like okay, that's fine, and it's temporary. It's
Sure.
not all the time or every afternoon.
Yeah.
Tailored amenities. Now, just looking at some services in buildings out there take care of a lot of your extra services.
Yeah.
Like they might cut your hair, they might provide food, they might provide cleaning service, and
Yeah.
of course, there's a cost to that, right?
Yeah. And some have options, right? You can select this or this kind of thing.
Right. They could have like an a la carte menu.
Yeah.
Right. If you want to participate in some of the programs that are offered in the building, that's a more of a higher service option. And some are just 55 plus, and they're just like a basic condo.
Yeah.
Right. And then as we said, there's like premium ones.
Sure.
Where it might maybe not offer all the services, but the location or the facility that might have a pool, recreation kind of thing as well.
Yeah.
And then so number 4. This would be on varying levels. Maintenance-free living.
Yeah.
So the whole point of that is if there's a cleaner or handyman that's available
Sure.
for the building, and then there's the exterior, like you pay your strata fee or you pay for a fee to be in that community or building. It's usually a strata fee. That you don't spend time doing those things.
Yeah.
And that frees you up for all the, if your outdoor lifestyle or whatever your hobbies are, that you're not taken away, that like you have to fix the toilet or whatever the case may be, right?
Watching football. I mean, that's important, right?
You don't
You don't want to be distracted from watching football.
Infringe on my football time.
Football or hockey time or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So then, and then with these buildings also, varying levels, there's a little bit more security.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and with that security brings more safety.
Sure.
So obviously, as you get older, you're not as strong as you used to be, that kind of thing. And knowing that somebody either has to come in through the building and check through someone else before they actually enter the building,
Yeah.
or if there's just security systems where you could see like who's at the front door, that kind of idea. And then we touched on this. Number 6, health and wellness programs. So sometimes, depending on the building and how much they offer, they could offer fitness class, wellness seminars, and other healthcare resources to contribute to your overall well-being.
Okay. Sure.
So I'm talking to you, Rip, because I know you're going to be 55 plus next year. I'm going to be helping you buy.
Yeah, next year.
I'm going to get you in an age-restricted community.
Yeah, there you go.
And I'm thinking about your health care and your well-being in your golden years.
There you go. Yeah, no, next September I will be 55. When did that happen? Go figure.
Yeah, well, it took about 55 years
It took
to get
55 years, yeah.
It's not retirement, but like it's like you're warming up to like that life. I've heard so much about retirement. Like I can't wait. Afternoon naps.
Yeah.
Right. Also, with this, the more services that you get, it also makes downsizing easy.
Sure.
Right. You have a smaller space to worry about. You might not have a big yard.
And you don't need as much stuff either.
You don't need as much stuff, right? So all the things you've accumulated over 55 years, you're going to have to start parting ways with some of that stuff that's just filling up your closet, your storage. I'm looking at you like you're doing.
You know what? That's funny because I'm trying to actually get a bunch of stuff out and get one of those dumpsters in and just basically start throwing stuff away. And I told my daughter, look, if we haven't used this in the last 5 years, it's going.
It's gone, right? I know I'm guilty of it. I know other people are guilty of it. Like you just hold on to certain things that you may or may not use.
Right.
It's like, well, no, that's useful, but I can't throw that out. I don't want to like just go buy that again somewhere else.
Well, have I used it in 5 years? I haven't had to buy it yet.
I look at my closet like that for clothing. Like, oh, right, that suit's getting a little old, right? That's like in the wrong decade now. It's time for it to be
Yeah, our thing is
given
simple.
away to someone
Yeah, our
else.
thing is simple. When it comes to clothes, we go through the closets, everything gets packed and off to whether it's St. Vincent's or Goodwill or whatever it is. But usually at St. Vincent's, we take every 6 months, it's like, okay, time to go through the closets.
Oh, we're doing that just as as our family's getting older. Like, we don't need this anymore. And there's other families like, oh, their kids have grown out of stuff, and we have 3 boys and a girl, right? So we get so much boy stuff.
Right.
It just gets handed down. So we just, I'm sure somebody else, if you're looking to empty your closets and things that are useful, there's probably people in your community that might take that off your hands before you throw it out in the garbage.
Sure.
But, all right. Number 8, age-appropriate design.
Okay.
So a little bit, I want to say like ergonomically correct, but really that means like
No stairs for one, typically.
easier access, wider hallways, wider doorways. Not everywhere, but a lot of these places take into consideration not having a step entrance. And I'm sure there's more, right? When it comes to like kitchens and bathrooms and railings and hand railings, guards. So, or if it's for the shower, where this is where you might see those bathtubs that you have like a door to open and they get to sit in and then fill that up. Right. So I've seen those, and a little bit more room in the bathroom to like use the facilities.
Sure.
So, and then cultural, number 9. Unless you want to add something to that, I think
No, that's good.
kind of quickly spit it out there.
Yeah.
Cultural and recreational activities. So, this would be cultural events, outings, recreational activities tailored to interests of retirees. I know for because they could get together and book their own bus trip.
Sure. Yeah.
And go to the casino or
Yeah.
Rio, somewhere like that.
Rio. That's a bus trip to the airport.
A bus trip to the airport,
And then everybody's going to Rio.
Whatever the case. No. This is all the seniors that I've talked to, right? Like they actually organize trips and they go. They do bus trips, but then they tell me about like.
I hear about
trips.
I hear about the bus trips where they'll take these trips to like Nashville or something like that. Mm-hmm. So they stop at all these locations along the way and all that stuff. And
so it's not like they're confined or anything like that, but they organize with their friends to go see the sites.
Right.
And then this might be a little bit of a longer conversation, or at least a context needed for this one. So number 10 is the resale value and stability. So this is all a depends kind of point.
Yeah.
So I think it really depends. We talked about this in another video, where age-restricted buildings are typically less money to purchase than ones without.
Yes, that is correct.
But then with the services, they don't seem to fall in value. They fall behind what the average condo might be.
The rest of the market, yeah.
But they still keep up. I think that's probably the best way to explain stability.
Sure. Yeah.
Without getting into the premium properties where you're 55 plus, but then you're in a waterfront community.
Yeah.
Or you're in a golf membership only community kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. No, makes sense to me.
So, if you're thinking, or if you're looking forward and planning on your golden years and retiring in Victoria, we can help you with that, with purchasing a property here and explaining all of the things that go along with that. So feel free to reach out to us. Our contact information is in the description below. Well, that's all I got for you right now.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us. See you next time.
And don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time.
See ya.